Welcome back at 6:51. Time for the morning sprint.
And we start with developing news in the shooting at Fox Valley Mall. Police have now arrested 4 people connected to the investigation. The primary suspect, though, is still at large. Authorities are still looking for 17-year-old Desmond Ellis. Here you're watching officers at a home where Ellis's car was found in Oshkosh. They tried talking to people who were inside, but police say they became combative, and officers ended up arresting everyone inside for disorderly conduct and resisting.
A former Badger football player accused of killing 2 women is one step closer to heading to trial. Marcus Randall L. is charged with 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide. A judge says there's enough evidence in the cases to send Randall L. to trial. Brittany McAdory and Sierra Winchester were shot several times and left outside near the interstate in Janesville last February. Randall L. is expected back in court later this month.
A decision on the competency of a man accused of brutally killing a father has been postponed. Riley Berg is accused of killing Nicholas Day last January. In April, a judge ordered Berg to get mental health treatment until he became competent to stand trial. The 22-year-old has been getting some treatment at Mendota Mental Health Institute. He told the judge yesterday he doesn't think he's competent to go before a jury right now. That decision will be taken up again next Thursday.
A Capitol police officer killed by rioters in the U.S. Capitol attack last month will lie in honor at the Capitol Rotunda this evening. Officer Brian Sicknick died from his injuries after responding to the January 6th insurrection. Members of the Capitol Police Force will be able to attend a private viewing this evening.
I'm a person who's willing to listen to different views, even those that are different from mine.
Dr. Sean Barnes there. He is the newest police chief here in Madison. He sat down with News 3 Now for a one-on-one interview yesterday. We talked to him about his vision and priorities for the department. Barnes also talked about his approach to handling protests and several other topics. You can watch that whole interview. Just log on to channel3000.com.
President Biden and Republicans are still in disagreement over the next round of COVID relief. The Republican counterproposal only provides about 1/3 of the money the president is proposing. That would potentially leave out 29 million middle and upper income earners who would qualify for stimulus payments under President Biden's plan. Democratic leaders in Congress, though, are still hoping to pass the plan even without Republican support.
Another mass vaccination site is opening up in Wisconsin. The Journal Sentinel reports the Waukesha Expo Center will open as a community clinic this upcoming Monday. When it opens, vaccinations will be available to anyone invited to register and by appointment only. This means there won't be any drop-ins accepted. They hope to give out 1,000 vaccines a day from this site this month and up to 1,500 a day in March.
A new study shows people who have recovered from COVID might not need both doses of the vaccine. Researchers found participants who had never had the virus developed antibodies more slowly than someone who had recovered from it. That means people who have recovered from COVID might only need 1 dose. This study is preliminary. It's not peer-reviewed, and it does not officially prove different levels of protection. The CDC says people should still get vaccinated even if they've already had COVID.
Today is the first day to vote in-person absentee in Madison for the upcoming spring primary. The clerk's office says requested absentee ballots started arriving last weekend. Ballot drop boxes around the city are also back open. They're the same ones you used for November.
A new report shows more than 37,000 absentee ballots from the November election were from voters who returned an application form ahead of time. That's the mailer that was a compromise by the politically divided State Elections Commission. Democrats wanted the mailing sent to all registered voters. Republicans chipped it down to only people who didn't have an absentee application on file. We don't know whether the people who returned the application form would have voted if they hadn't received the mailing. President Biden, a reminder, won Wisconsin by fewer than 21,000 votes.
Groundhog Day, Puxatawny Phil, he did see his shadow, so we're going to have 6 more weeks of winter. Sun Prairie's groundhog, Jimmy, will give his own prediction in the next 20 minutes. You can stream that on the Channel 3000 Facebook page. That'll happen just after 7 o'clock this morning.
We're watching the commute forecast as we go through the next couple of days. Today and tomorrow we're going to be mainly clear. I say mainly clear just because a lot of those neighborhood side streets, you've seen a little bit of a different story. My neighborhood accounts for that. But as we move into your Thursday, especially your lunchtime and evening commutes, our next storm is moving in. Things are going to be turning messy. In fact, we can time that out. This is Thursday at 6 o'clock in the morning. All is generally fine, but right as we start to approach the lunchtime hours, you see that next storm system moving in. It comes with snow at a steady rate. It also may come with a little bit of freezing rain and sleet. So it is absolutely going to be messy while that storm system moves through. Accumulations will likely be in the 4 to 6 inch range for a lot of folks, but you see that model trying to uptick the amount. So we'll be watching it. Alert days for Thursday and then Saturday through Tuesday.
Thank you very much, Chris. Happy Groundhog Day, folks. Have a great one. See you back here tomorrow morning.